What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here with some SAT prep. How many liters of a 25% saline solution must be added to 3 liters of a 10% saline solution to get a 15% saline solution? And now I can set up an equation for this where I add these two liquids together to equal my mixture right down here. But I need to know some volumes. I'm going to use X for this one right here because it's unknown. And then when I add these two together, that gives me my total volume. So the 15% will be X plus 3. Now, I could convert these percentages down to decimals, but I can also multiply my equation by 100, so we can really just deal with these as integers instead, which is a lot easier on the non-calc. Let's set it up. So I've got my liters of 25% solution plus my liters of 10% solution equals my total amount of liters now of 15% solution. And I can start distributing and solving this equation. And I get X equals 1.5 liters. That's it. Bubble it in. We are done. We got in triangle ABC, the measure of angle B is 90 degrees, BC is 16, and AC is 20. We also have a similar triangle DEF that is 1/3 the size, and it wants to know what is the value of sine of F. Now, even though DEF is 1/3 that size or scaled down by 1/3, it actually doesn't come into play in this problem because sine of F, we're looking for a ratio of 2 numbers. Whether we use the original ones here or 1/3 the size, the ratio will simplify the same. So let's just use this triangle. Now, if I want the sine of F, that's going to be my opposite over my hypotenuse. Uh-oh, I don't have that side. But I can either hit it with some Pythag or remember my triples. This is a 3, 4, 5 triangle that's been quadrupled. Quadruple 4 is 16. Quadruple 5 is 20. Quadruple 3 is going to be 12. So here we go. 12 over 20, which simplifies down to 3 over 5. Grid that bad boy in, and I'll see you dogs later. Which of the following is equivalent to this binomial square? Now, I know it's tempting to just distribute that 2 into the parentheses. That is a no-no, man. That is not okay, all right? We got to rewrite this as a binomial times a binomial, then distribute or FOIL. A times A is A squared. A times B over 2 is AB over 2. Plus, same thing here. And then we have B over 2 times B over 2 is B squared over 4, right? Our denominators get multiplied together. Now we can combine some like terms. This is basically 1/2 times AB plus 1/2 times AB, which equals a whole AB plus B squared over 4. Do we have that choice? Heck yeah, we do. It is choice D. That is dope. See you later. In the figure above, BD is parallel to AE. What is the length of CE? So we got some similar triangles going on here. I got a right angle here, which means I have a right angle here since these two are parallel. Now this is a 6, 8, 10 Pythagorean triple. Nice and quick if I know those triples. I need to figure out this entire hypotenuse of the larger one. Well, since I know these two sides, they are corresponding sides, 6 over 18 is going to be equal to the hypotenuse of the small guy, 10 over the hypotenuse of the entire thing, CE. Now, before I cross multiply and solve, I'm going to simplify this down to 1 over 3. They're both divisible by 6. We're good there. 1 times X is just X. 3 times 10 is 30. So CE is going to be 30. Final answer. That's dope. See you dogs later. Yeah, what is the sum of the solutions of this factored quadratic equation? Ooh, wonderful that they put it in factored form. Have no fear. We set our two factors equal to 0. Now, when I solve, I'm going to get X equals 6, and I'll get X equals negative 0.7. If I want the sum, I'm just adding those two together. So 6 plus that negative 0.7, that's going to give me 5.3. My choice is C. That's cool. See you later. We got the total area of a coastal city is 92.1 square miles, of which 11.3 square miles is water. If the city had a population of 621,000 people in the year 2010, which of the following is the closest to the population density in people per square mile of land area of the city at that time? Whew! Well, the trick here is that we got to subtract our area by the amount of water that we have. So 92.1 minus 11.3. That gives us 80.8. And since we want people per square mile, we're taking people and dividing it by the square mileage. So let's pop it in the TI. And we get 7,685.64 and change for our answer. So we're going to have choice B once it's rounded there. That's bussin'. We got ourselves a table of values here for n and f of n, and we got to figure out which linear equation would match up with it. Well, my n values are all going up by 1, and my f of n, my output, my y values are all going up by 3. This means that my slope is 3, my change in my y's, over 1, my change in my x's, or my n's in this case. Now, the only equation with that is choice C there, f of n equals 3n minus 5. All right, so C, clearly the answer. But what if there were some other ones with a slope of 3? How can we verify? Well, if I plugged in 1 for n, I'd have 3 times 1, which is 3, minus 5 is negative 2. It matches up. If I plugged in 2, my second n value there, I'd get 6 minus 5 is 1, so on and so forth, so I could verify it that way as well. But this one, we didn't need to do that. That's dope. That's awesome. See you dogs later.